Hello everybody, my name is Jeff Antonucci and I work at Charles Street Shoe Repair, and what I'm going to do is show you how we're going to sew in this zipper in a jacket. What happened is the zipper broke. This is a plastic Vislon zipper, so we removed it and we are going to sew in and install this number 7 antique bomber jacket zipper. So this is the jacket here. It's a St. John's Bay leather jacket, and surprisingly this is actually the easiest part of the installation. The hardest part is always the removal, because you want to be careful removing the zipper and preparing the new zipper to be stitched in. So what we're going to do is sew this in for you. It should take about 5 or 10 minutes, so you want to watch. Go ahead. I have to put on my magnifying glasses so I can see. And so we're going to start. And basically what we're going to do is just follow the old stitch line. And you always want to make sure you tack the top and the bottom in very well. It's a little bit thicker here, so you have to go a little bit slower. And now we're going to get ready to sew down the line. And sometimes if the jacket's really big, it's nice to have somebody maybe hold the excess that's hanging over. But once this is installed, ideally you should never even be able to tell that a new zipper was put in. For some reason, the string always seems to get in the way. And I never like to go real fast, because you never know when it might not feed quite as easily, and sometimes you can break the needle that way. So it's always a good idea just to go a little bit slower. This is where there's a seam, so the leather's folded. So that's where you want to go a little bit slower, make sure that it feeds properly. You don't want to perforate the leather by the machine not feeding enough. And I always like to move the slider away from the end. Just gives more room. You always want to make sure you back stitch or back tap it. So, voila. This is the box side of the zipper that's installed. And you always want to look at the back side. Kind of like how I judge how good a zipper's put in. It's right along the exact same stitch line in the back, so it's kind of important to get it as close as possible. You're never going to get it exact because we're all human and you're just sewing like a blind side. But if it's prepared properly, if you take your time, it should be pretty close. So now we're going to sew the post end. It's the same thing. You just want to tack the ends. There you go. So this is where it's folded, so I always go a little bit slower. And there we go. There's an old stitch that I missed, and that's another thing actually takes the most time is removing the old stitches. You don't want to sew in the new zipper and have a bunch of frayed ends where you didn't get all the old stitches out. And there's a couple more. It takes the most time to make it nice and clean. And obviously, I must have been in a little bit of a hurry. So, it all really amounts to the machine. This is why it's such a horror for a lot of tailors and seamstresses. It's virtually impossible to sew these in on a smaller fabric machine. And this is why it looks so easy to do this. So there's the finished project on the St. John's Bay leather jacket. And you'll have many more years of use out of this. It's actually a beautiful coat. And as you can see there's the inside and the outside. So another project successfully finished, and I want to thank you for looking at our video, and have a wonderful day.